CS.Money, a new service for trading your skins. Tired of all the skins piling up in your inventory? With CS.Money, trading got faster and safer than ever. Now you can just sign in to our website, choose the skins from your inventory and those you want to get from a broad variety. Confirm the trade and rejoice in your new skins. CS.Money, the best service for trading your skins.
E-gaming bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match. Daily quests for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
After a little bit of Asian CS drugs, we're now heading to the second one. It's Flash versus HAVU. Interesting game, I think. Two teams that have both surprised and impressed us, but sadly are both in the loser match, at least for this best of three. The loser of this will be going home to join Tai Lu.
Look at those odds, actually. That's actually quite interesting, because in my mind, I think HAVU would be slight favorites, maybe 60-40, but EGB, they have it the other way around.
Yeah, I think that's mainly off the back of Flash's performance yesterday. If those missed it back at home, Flash just lost 2-1 to VP. So, you know, with that matchup, while VP played a little bit shkily, especially on the opener map, Cash, they brought things back. There was an OT loss to Flash on Mirage, and then VP actually winning things. What looked like, convincingly, it was 15-9 at one point, but Flash put it back to 16-13, in which they lost still. So coming into this matchup, I feel like there's a lot of question marks again, because this is HAVU, who not only didn't win a map yesterday, but also impressed us regardless. That they put up good score lines up against Renegades, obviously losing out in overtime 19-17 on Mirage, and putting up a good performance as well on Overpass. So definitely not a bad performance at all, but we're yet to see them win a map. So expectations coming into this game, Risk. What do you think? Where are you leaning?
I'm actually, as we do have the map veto, of course, as we saw early on, like we have Cash, Overpass, and Train being the maps for this series. I feel like this should go 2-1 to HAVU. Really? I feel like they could have the potential of getting that 2-0, but I still feel like Flash is strong enough to take their own map choice, and therefore, in the end, I think it's going to be HAVU pulling it out. Both teams winning their own map choice, and then HAVU pulling it through on Train.
Interesting decision, but yeah, I feel like the first map, I don't have a question on whether Flash is going to win that. That should be theirs without a doubt. Not only did they absolutely ruin VP, who, to be fair, underestimated them and played very sloppily on Clash, but as pointed out on the desk, they are ridiculous at the map. The win statistic is very, very good recently, whereas this is a map that HAVU don't really play, alongside Nuke, very, very average, in fact, below average map for HAVU, but they have that insta-ban of Cobble, and they don't want to take the risk of, because obviously, Wanker was saying that he wanted them to veto Cash and hope that they wouldn't pick Cobble. But the thing is, while that makes sense in some argument, the only issue with that decision, if they were to veto Cash, I think we may have seen that Cobble pick, just due to how well Flash played on it yesterday up against VP. Yes, they lost, but putting up 13 rounds versus VP on LAN, on Cobble, like that's a really good performance. So I think Flash could have just gone for that YOLO pick and gone, you know what, we'll play it, we'll try it. It's a bad map for you, it's an okay map for us. But either way, that's not going to be the case. Cobble is out and Cash is in. So Flash is definitely favoured. I'm leaning towards them in that map. I think I'm gonna go with HAVU to 2-1, but I think it'll be very close.
Yeah, I think these two teams have the potential of making this a very, very close game, and I agree with you in the fact that Flash Gaming are favorites here on cash. That also leaves it that the 2-0 opportunity for HAVU is if they win this first map. If they take cash somehow, some way, I think it's going to go 2-0, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think Flash are going to have enough to take it. Look at that, aggressive play towards mid. I don't think HAVU are counting on this.
Yeah, they're setting up for the B play. You see they've got a lot of utility in the setup as well with the boost. There's a boost up in mid from the CT side. It's fancy jumping up, lots of noise made, so Karan should know they're here. The head will be spotted, and the flash will be over, but it's actually blinding his teammate. HAVU blind, but they're still going for kills, and they're still landing the shots. Otto opening things up. It's traded quickly from attacker, and HAVU now should just burst into B. There's still only one player there, and they've spotted a little bit of mid-aggression from Flash, but they haven't seen all the players, so I'm surprised they didn't just burst off the back of that pick.
Very important that Karsa doesn't die in this situation because he's the one with the utility and the kit as well. If you lose the kit towards teaming, that's a big advantage thrown out of the way. But now we do have the smoke and the not the smoke and the Molotov on Exarte.
And that's for the back box as well, I think. That may be lethal onto the position of Lovey. No, it actually goes towards a spawn, so they wrap in through. They don't check the back. Lovey can pincer from behind, but they've spotted him. Position given up. He doesn't get a kill. Karan finds the frag, and HAVU now holding onto the bomb site. The smoke is still down. Attacker rushing through it, and he gets one. Quickly traded again, back and forth, but in the favor of HAVU, and holding onto the site as well. The bomb's not even down, but Sergey still kicking off for the kill. It's almost a team ace. Alexa be the only man not to frag, and Kaze a 1v3.
He will get this first one, I think, and yes, he does take down Karan, but now in a 1v2 against Sarte. Oh, Sarte and Sergey, there we go. The two Finns, of course. Sergey, the young prodigy from Finland. And this is going to be a hard one to clutch for Kaze. Let's see if he can bring this one home. Goes to the USP peak, but cannot hit that first bullet, and that's when it gets really hard.
HAVU are playing this so well, though. No peeking, no overfacing. They hear the footsteps. They wrap around the boxes, baiting, trying to make him go for the engagement. He does, but he's got to get a reload in. Zarte not playing off the back of it, not going for the kill. Damage done, jump, but Zarte will clean it up. It comes so close. That could have been a round for Flash.
Yes.
That was getting very, very worrying for a second, but it will be the Finns out on top to start things off. And considering this is a map that Flash are so dominant at, got to be a little worried. But take into account risk. Yesterday we saw VP pick up that first pistol round, and what happened? Flash still got that reset both times on this
Also,
map.
one thing that I noticed as well, like watching that game yesterday, Lovey was definitely the one that underperformed in my opinion. In this pistol round, he had a chance to pick up 2 easy frags, but actually missed both of those bullets, or actually had the chance to do a lot of damage. He did nothing in that. So I'm kind of looking to him if like, is he going to be able to just bring an average performance? Because I'm not looking for him to do like lights out and play a style player. I'm just looking for an average performance, but if he can't commit that to the table, then it's going to be very hard for Flash Gaming to rally around it, because it's always so hard if you feel like you're playing that like 4v5. If you have that one player that's just not up to par.
And it's usually Carson, not to pick on anyone, but it's usually Carson near the bottom of the board. He is, again, the coach of Tyloo, transitioned to the player of Flash and plays a more supportive role. But it was yesterday versus VP in this map, which they won 16-4, so you can't look too deeply into, where he dropped 22 kills. Played very well. So, proves he has potential, but HAVU already starting things off on the right footing.
Very standard. In this kind of situation where they're taking mid control now, they have the vent, they can move in from that B main as well. Just use the utility to kind of flush out these situations. There's no one here, and now they're going to push in towards this bomb site. Lovey needs to hit some sick shots right now, and he's going to be taken out. Sergey doesn't care. Smokes down towards CT. They can make some damage. I think there's just a tiny gap in the right side of it, maybe. Karsa's definitely on the right side of it. Yeah, there is a tiny gap, and Alexi B is going to use that to get the frag onto Karsa, and now it's going to be on the 3 CTs to retake this one as 5 terrorists in post-plan. It's pretty much impossible.
Just save, just hold on to the CZs. Repost up next round. Again, better chances if you just reposition going into their next eco and try and get a pick, try and get a gun. Because right now going for a retake, the issue is HAVU all going to be grouped. But if you set up next round just with a normal CT setup, you can maybe catch some HAVU players off guard, grab some guns away, etc., do damage. Into this, retake, 99% of the time, HAVU are going to be trading this. You know, okay, we have the boost, we have the aggression up through upper, but it's supported by a lower push as well, or at least it was, as Arte actually backs off. So, yeah, aside from this one position from Alexi B, everyone's grouped up pretty much, and Otto also hunting. So it's the 2 UMPs looking for kills, because they know if they give away these guns to Flash, it's not an issue in the long run. They can afford to do so, and Kaze can't even pick up that gun either. So saves the Deagle. HAVU go forward 2-0, already doing a better job than VP, and Flash unable to get much done.
Kaze saving up, of course, as we see him on 33.50. We saw a lot of players coming in from that CT side, playing aggressively in towards A main on top of that smoke position, as we usually see. And VP were very slow to kind of like take advantage of that and punish him for it. see if HAVU has studied, seen the VODs, watched the demos, if they know that that's going to be coming out towards that A main. Right now, it's just going to be a couple of pistols, as we talked about. They're going to bring the ones from the last round into this one. Fancy in the corner, Lovey on the bomb site for this B push. And it's going to be, I think, the same setup once again. HAVU not showing much, pretty much showing the same strategy without the mid play coming in here now. Wouldn't be surprised if they actually just went for the aggression here, just went for the full B play. They're not showing any part of their strat book right now.
Yeah, one thing HAVU are good at least, are playing slow and methodical on these T sides. We talked about it yesterday at least. Good Molotov in, but Fancy pushes with it, gets a kill. Zate will be trading. And now 2 players still left on the bomb site for Flash, going to be diminished 1 by 1. That's 1 player. Now with 2 kills, HAVU might expect the site to be clear. Luckily, Zate looking like he wants a challenge. Although tagged by attack, almost down. Does get away with a frag, and Karen follows up as well to Carcer. So far, HAVU looking good into this round. Only lost a player just off of the back of that aggression from Fancy and the Molotov. So it seems that 3 rounds will be going their way without too much of a fight back from Flash.
And 4 AKs brought into the next one as well. Securing that economy, making sure it grows round by round. It all comes down to how Flash are going to play that next round, that buy round coming in. Are they going to get Karse on that AWP? I think that might be the name of the game.
Yeah, he did go for the eco in the second round, didn't buy up on that. His Deagle saved over from that round as well.
So, HAVU will be on 3-0, but the buy round coming in, the first buy round of this game coming in. The first kind of signs being shown on how these 2 teams are going to handle this. Okay.
Getting more money. Orb's going to be easy now. He should be able to get that with armor, maybe even a bit of utility alongside it. And he has a secondary weapon to work with. And as was mentioned on the desk, and as was seen yesterday, Karse is a player up in main on A, who repeatedly with that AWP took fights towards VP, continued to push, playing round the smoke, and always just went on top of that self-boost as well. Caught out VP numerous rounds. Now, I'm sure HAVU have watched this game again. They for sure know what Flash are going to be showing on this map, so they can be expecting a main control from Karse for sure. So coming into this one, they've just got to be careful at that position, because I'm expecting Karse to be on that A-bomb site once again.
And even though Karse has a buy up and he does have armor as well as 1 smoke, the rest of the team kind of lacking a bit, as we usually see with these CT vibes in that first round. Lacking a couple of flashbangs. You can go for flashbang smoke if you have the farmers, but then you're not going to get the M4 attacker in the middle of the smoke. They run in now.
Oh, into the site they go, but Attacker lets them all pass. He takes 2 frags, attempts to spray on the 3rd, but it's a trade. And trade's still looking good. However, just in the favor of the CT side as Karse cracked himself up into the door. Nice door block. He's going to block the Molotov. Sergey follows up with the AK as he drops Fancy. And yes, as you say, the bomb down in the middle of the site, and both players tagged up with the Molotov in to keep Karse back. Doesn't work. He grabs a kill before he departs. And Otto, the AWPer for the team, he had a great performance yesterday, but he needs to go above that. They have a crossfire. And while bombs down in the middle of the site, the ladder being climbed here. Aggression from Lovey looking to finish things off. A missed shot from Otto. Re-peeks and he lands it secondly. He knows where Karse is. And the pistol's out. Karse knows he's low, but Otto, he's got time to play with. No need to rush. Can fake the wrap towards Squeaky. Can come back in through highway. Door's closed. And Otto just moving in bit by bit again. Karse just baiting with this one. He's still got a pistol to work with. 1 shot is all that's needed. And Otto playing very, very slowly. Waits to see if Karse gets aggressive, or he rotates background through the squeaky door. Unlikely here, just going to hold on to the bomb and the position he has as he jump spots across the site. And Otto sneaking on in. See now, because he's made no noise, Karse is expecting him to maybe have wrapped, and Otto actually beginning to fall back as well.
It's no time.
Yeah, he's grabbed the bomb, but I don't think he's got time to go towards B. Karse's expected him to have rotated, and he's going to run into the site, and Otto, a massive shot missed. He turns around for the second, and he grabs it. So he keeps HAVU in this. A great clutch, a nice 1v2, but slightly worrying.
Yeah, that was a bit too close for comfort. And you can see them laughing about it as well.
Look at them.
Ooh, that was not too good. Actually, I like the play that Kashi actually did that round. He knows that the bomb is dropped, so he tries to go for the wallbang. He expects someone to actually go for the bomb pickup instantly. He knows exactly where the position of the bomb is. Closes the door, tries to wallbang it. I think he did that 2 or 3 times throughout the round. Always nice to see that kind of, you say, oversight being shown, that kind of extra low. All these small things that can eventually make a difference. This time it doesn't. It's going to be another round for HAVU, but it's nice to see these signs from Flash as we move on further on. HAVU 4-0. Pistols coming in for Flash. They're pushing A main. Going to get that first one, Summer. Fancy, if you will. Takes down Sergey, and that's a good start, but now they are very aware of the push coming in towards A main.
Yeah, HAVU should give up this gun. They should just commit towards the site. You can afford to give away a gun because you know, due to Flash showing this aggression, they likely got the stack. And Flash have actually fully rotated through the spawn. Instead of playing aggressive to pick up their gun, they're just going for the man advantage and playing safe. Rotating into B where HAVU are running through. So while they may have the bomb site under control, there's still a lot of manpower here for Flash. And there's still a chance for them to do damage. Zate Moving in slowly, HAVU have slowed down the pace because they know that Flash have gone for this rotation. With the smoke down as well, it allows them to cross towards the trench.
And they also have a full minute, so there's lots of time for them to take these long-range tools. They know they have the AKs, they know they have the AWP in their advantage, so they can take these long-range tools. They can just wait out and see Flash Gaming. They make a mistake if they peek out too early. It's not going to be the case for now. Kase is trying to hit it with that deagle. Fancy spots. All the positions towards that, but Lovey actually is just gifted a free kill onto Alexi B. The bomb is down in the middle of everything. Koran taking down Kasi. And now Sarte trying to make his way in there. 3v3 still. Trying to bait out the shot. Lovey once again, he's getting so many free kills. That's 2 down. He should not be able to grab either one. Attacker pushes in. And now it's all on Otto once again to clutch at 1v2.
Bomb down, he can grab it, but he's only got 10 seconds left. Need to make his way to the site. Safe plant, but they're surely going to push in off the back of this. They hear the noise and they go for it with all about, but the attacker just jumps over. He may not get the kill, but he takes a distraction, allowing Fancy to do the work from behind. A round that Flash shouldn't be winning, but mistakes made from HAVU to allow them to do so. That push onto the site from Alexi B, timed terribly, not with the team either. Will result in them losing it. So an AWP and an AK saved going forward.
And Lovey in that position, picking up the first free frag onto Alexi B, then rotating onto the back of the bomb site, getting another frag. He's getting 2 frags with a C-75 against a fully bought up T side. That's not, you cannot let that happen.
No.
Unforgivable.
Unfortunate start for HAVU, but at least they're still 4-1 up, and off the back of Flash winning the eco, they have a lot of money to buy up, so utility and kits are okay. They could have got more kits, but 2's fine. HAVU still buying, though. We've got the Deagle on Zarte, everyone else rifled up with an AWP back on the hands of Otto, so their chance to get the reset, sorry.
Yeah, and as we say,
again,
like Kase in this position, he shut down VP yesterday, and we talked about HAVU surely having watched these VODs, surely having prepared for this, but at least for this first round, it doesn't seem that way.
Yeah, when you see that deep main smoke, I always wonder what you're thinking if you're HAVU. Again, coming into this game, as you say, that they should be aware that this is a possibility. Now that Kaze's done it, they should be able to react, at least in the future, to it, knowing he's still going to make that play. But when you see such a deep main smoke, you've got to make the assumption that someone's either behind it, playing around it on the boost, and maybe just not even challenge. Just wait for the smoke to run out. Kaze didn't really hold that position much when the smoke was faded. He usually falls back, but we saw VP time and time again challenge when the smoke was up. Why even bother? If a smoke's down, yeah, there's the option for the pick if you win the gunfight, but it's always going to favour Kaze just due to the way the smoke's rendered. So just don't even take the fight. Fall back, give main away, and I don't want to see that mistake again from HAVU, because VP did it time and time again. HAVU could not afford to.
Kaze then pushed up very aggressively, and this is something he didn't do against VP. He didn't push up to this position. This might be where he catches HAVU off guard already with 1 frag to his name this round. High smoke coming in, that's towards that A bomb side as he executes, seconds away from coming in. Kaze might be caught off guard here.
They spotted him. Wallbang with the AWP will connect. He's tagged, but he's not finished off. Sergey still close. The no-scope misses, and Sergey gets the opening kills. Now HAVU will pull things back. The smoke's still down, but 20 seconds left. They've got to make the push. Kaze luckily having rotated in, but the issue is Karen's coming in from mid. The smoke means they can't spot him from the bomb site as well, so Karen's position is lethal. They move towards the car, and that's where Zartier opens up. Karen clears the player at the back of the bomb site, and the plant, it should be coming in. They just get it in time. Fancy comes in with a quick kill, but another smoke down. He has to push on through it, and he only meets his maker. A nice shot from Zarte and Alexi B to finish it off. That smoke, I was wondering what it was for, but that just allows Karen to push on up and take down Flash.
Very nice. Execute onto that bomb side coming in from HAVU. Of course, when you have a player like Karen that can come in and clean up, get that double entry in towards the bomb side and just help out his teammates, he got an assist as well. That's always nice. And he's one of those all guard, him and Sarte and Alexi B. Of course, Sarte and Alexi B coming from that ends team. These players have been a part of the Finnish CS scene for a while, and then we have Sergey and Otto, the 2 new players coming in and like forming this mixture of Finnish talent, both old and new.
Yeah, and very strong as well. Their first international LAN debut. Sergey and Otto had ridiculous matches yesterday. Well, they lost both their maps, at least their opening maps. They put up a ridiculous amount of kills in both of them each. Yep. Even Alexi B, especially in that second one in the overtime on Mirage, he put up a good amount of frags as well. So HAVU proving to be a contender here for this Group B. It's just such a shame they're in a tough group. However, currently looking good. Again, This is Flash, who almost beat VP in a best of 3, who stomped them 16-4 on this map. While VP were looking very, very sloppy on Cash, HAVU not seeming to be in the same fate. So a reset onto Flash, forcing them to force, and Fancy up on the AWP. That'll be all we really have to work with aside from the M4.
Sergey here now in the driving seat, trying to find openings on this bomb site. Lovely forced back by that Molotov, and this allows Sergey to just walk in.
Oh, no.
Maybe play around the smoke for a bit. He's actually just walked through it. They might not be counting on it just yet. Lovey's on the complete other side. He has his back turned. Lovey has not spotted this. Look at that from Sergey.
Oh my god.
They have no idea.
He still doesn't know he's there though. He turns back around, Lovey shoots, and Alexi B finishes him off. Sergey continues with the aggression. He's just adding insult to injury. Salt in the wound as Flash is down to 2 players. What a great entry to that B site.
That's such a nice play, just walking through. As long as he doesn't meet any opposition, he just knows he can continue on going. The second he sees someone, of course, he goes for the trade and gets that first frag and goes for another aggressive position. But as long as you can keep walking in and not make any noise, that's such a big advantage. Both information and also map control-wise.
For sure. While Attacker holds the outside of the site, he's only looking for exits, and easier said than done. 3 players there. Zati low HP, but he still hits the head. And Kaze even spotted towards the car, so they can just start hunting him. Look at this cavalry for HAVU. 5 players pushing up through the CT spawn. They want this kill. They want to take the one rifle out of the hands of Flash, and it will start off. 1 kill, tag, smoke down, allows him to back off, but instead gets aggressive and he'll go down. Caron finishes off the round. Nice one for HAVU. This is a very strong start to the T side. If they can continue in this stride, we could be seeing this over very, very soon.
I mean, it could be a complete reverse of what we saw yesterday.
For sure.
When Flash Game, of course, took down VP on this map, and now this time it could be HAVU doing the same thing.
And the funny part is as well, it's not like you can even attribute it to the side, you know, because obviously it was a 16-4. We didn't see a lot of Flash's T side. But actually the CT side, they got the advantage on. I think they had, what, 11-4 in the first half.
11-4,
so, yeah, it was just incredibly dominant. No, sorry, it was 11-3, 12-3, and then VP on the pistol and then got reset again. So it was 12-3 on CT, and now they're 1-6. This is very different.
Everything's turned on its head. Once we do have Flash on a set of pistols, nothing more. Alexi B and his teammates take control over mid, as we usually do see here in Cash. That's kind of like the name of the game here, same as Mirage. Take that mid control and you work from that. You get the splits in, kind of make the CTs wonder, where is this attack going to come from? All these different angles, which one are we going to have to gamble on? And right now it's going to be the B play, through fence, through main, towards that Flash came in bomb site.
Good entries usually towards B from HAVU, especially Sergey as he looks for the opener once again. The smoke's down, and Zarte and Caron, they've opened up. Site cleared, and HAVU almost guaranteed this round, but as I say that, the bomb dropped in the open. Luckily, there's still time to play with. Kaze's done some damage, and Alexi B's tagged up as well, so more damage needed. But he won't be able to land the shot. As Attacker comes in from the flank, the drop going to be heard. Information passed to HAVU, but maybe not. As Alexi B wasn't actually aware of that drop. Okay, Attacker gets a free kill, standing in the middle of the site. And while Sergey will trade a bit of damage done for Flash, but again, Risk, we're in one of those games where it's not about damage, it's about rounds, and Flash have won.
It's actually, yeah, of course.
James Bond, well.
Yeah, James Bond last round
further,
at least.
yeah.
But if we consider the scoreline right now, HAVU 7-1 up. The only round that Flash Gaming won was that ridiculous round where Lovey got the 2K with the C-set 75, where they had C-set 75 and utility. That was all they had against the full buy and HAVU. That was a bit like a bunch of individual mistakes made by HAVU. They have not made that apart from that one round. So the one round they got is only because HAVU made mistakes. That is a very terrifying thing to think about in the, like, duration of this best of 3 if they technically haven't yet won a round on good play from their side.
Yeah.
That's very dangerous.
I mean, it was good play from the side. I get what you mean. It was more mistakes from HAVU than anything else that allowed that round to unfold. And again, the economy's been strangled by HAVU. We don't have this open play on Kaze, and he was one of the makers of the last match versus VP on this map. He was the one to do the damage, as we've already seen with him take down Otto in that AWP duel in main earlier on in this map. Oh my god.
Lovey just shut down completely, as they also have taken Fancy down to 7 HP. He was allowed to cross thanks to the utility and position of his teammate down on white box, and now they're picking out new positions, playing 2 towards that A bomb site, 1 towards main connector, and 1 towards B bomb site.
Yeah, I was about to say, Flash had a really good mid setup as well, but it's HAVU punishing them. They're using the utility really well. This is something that VP weren't doing on that mid punish. They're just throwing out the Molotov, stopping them from peeking positions like short, for example. An attacker stuck on top of the burning fire. He will go down to Caron. HAVU with another entry. These guys are looking so crisp right now. their mid control was great in this round so far, and with another opener up onto B, when Flash were already a man down, we're just forced to save.
And that's the thing when you have a lot of utility and you have all that map control that you're not really challenging towards that B main, you don't have an AWP watching, you can allow the terrorists can get into that sunroom. They can throw 2 Molotovs towards the back of the bomb site, one towards the block that attacker was sitting on, and one towards that headshot position even if you want. And you can kind of throw all this utility in towards its B side, and the utility is just going to give you such a big advantage as you come in for that take. And however, they're just on point every single round apart from that one mistake. And this is very impressive from the Finns.
Yeah, I'm just excited that these executes into middle. They're so good, because I think back to last time I saw Flash given so much room towards mid versus VP, but it was just gunfights from VP, and HAVU aren't even going for the gunfights. They're literally just molotoving them out of position and not allowing Flash to get anything done. So they have this triple mid setup. They have the Z, they have the highway, they have the the vents, but one by one, HAVU just like Molotov out the highway, Molotov out Z, and it's just I'm unused to seeing it. I'm unused to seeing Flash be punished as VP struggle to do so on this exact map.
It's just HAVU's showing great fundamentals right now, using that utility, and that's something you gotta be very good at to be a top team in CS, and HAVU's showing it right
And
now.
that's the thing we've been praising on. One or two things for HAVU, not only the individual prowess of both Otto and Sergey, but also the fundamentals and the basic CS that they just play, and it works fantastically. Flash down, and Kaze down on health. He's going to have to throw over that gun to Fancy as he's stuck in mid, deep, so the other armored player not going to be able to take it, as instead attacker grabbing that M4 for no armor. He's got to be careful. Plays the headshot angle instead towards Cast. Not the end of the world, but HAVU's still working their way up towards the A-bomb site. We've got 4 players in close positions, and Fancy not even too far off as well. They've given up B. I like this from Flash, but I'm not sure if it will work with just pistols.
The decision making is correct here from Flash Gaming. The question is, can they actually make that into something? Probably not a round winner, but at least do economical damage to this terrorist team from HAVU. Flash is coming in towards that A main. Lobby's position is perfect, but XCB getting in towards the bomb site, taking down Kaze. And this is a big problem. Sergey also chiming in with a couple of his own. Doesn't even matter. Lobby's on the bomb site, but the whole thing is done and dusted. XCB going for it, and Fantasy last man will be taken out as well, and Sergey with a double plus the assist.
Even an unfortunate missed shot for Lovey. Had the option to drop Zartu, had the bomb out and was going for the plant, didn't even have his gun in his hands, and Lovey misses his shot. You see Zartu just diving back there and playing around the smoke, allowing his teammate LXB to jump on top of the site and clean up the job. So HAVU a 9th round on the board, but this is where we see another buy from Flash. It's probably our best buy so far this map from them, as we have full utility on every player apart from Kaze. The only question I have here is where's the kit? I think Lovey even had money for it as well. I'd like to check that, because you need a kit. You definitely need a kit into this kind of round.
Hopefully that won't be the decider of the round.
Yeah.
That will be heartbreaking. Attacker going for individual players here, trying to make the difference, but that's the problem. Once again, you're running through a smoke, you're taking a disadvantage of your duel because you're so far behind, you want to make that difference, and it's just not happening, even though your attacker, probably the best player individually on that team, have to play together. Nice flashbang timing coming in. Cars is completely dead. There's no way whatsoever that Karen is not going to get that frag. And it's just nice, good stuff all over the map. There's no chance for Flash. I have not seen anything apart from that one round where mistakes were made by HAVU. Every single round from there on has been pixel perfect for HAVU.
Just team play. Team play that we didn't see from VP. Very fun stuff.
So good.
Yeah. I'm actually really impressed. I'm actually sitting here actually really happy. I was hoping that Flash would make this a close game, but I'm actually starting to get a little worried in their sake now, because this is the one map they should not be letting slip to HAVU. This is the one map that HAVU don't even put as much time into, So of all the maps that HAVU should be stomping on, this is not it.
Yep. And like as I said in the beginning of this, the chance for HAVU to go 2-0 needs them to take cash here, because I feel like on the next map they're going to have an even bigger chance. Right now they're mopping the floor with Flash on their map choice. 10
and this
to
is
1.
this is a scoreboard that we expect to see, at least in this order. Kaze, the Malaysian talent, at the top. We've got Attacker close behind with Fancy, and then Carcer, the ex-coach, moving to player, struggling a little bit more on 0 kills.
Yeah, and this is actually one of the things that I've written down in my notes about this team. They're relying too much on Attacker and Kaze, and that seems to be the case right now. Of course, Fancy's trying to step up as well, but when you have Lovey and 2 and Kaze on 0 frags, kind of tells you the tale.
This is cobblestone for Flash, right? They had Lovey and Carcer who couldn't put up numbers.
Yeah, exactly.
And while we had a great performance from the AWP of Carcer and Attacker also putting up kills as always, he was top of the board without doubt. It was Lovey and Carcer kind of letting these guys down, and that's happening again. To be fair, though, just to establish, right? It's not like anyone's performing out of their minds. It's not a Buntet story where you drop 40 kills and you still lose in double overtime, but. It's not going well for anyone on Flash.
No, and also you have to say it's also on the back of what HAVU are doing. They're trying to pick them apart, making sure that every single duel they take, thanks to the utility usage and thanks to how they're peeking together, constantly get that 2v1. And it's very hard for CT to be in a position where, okay, I'm holding this position. They're either using utility to flush me out or they're peeking me too at the same time. I cannot do anything more than just trade 1-for-1. And that's a big problem when HAVU can just come in and do that sync time and time again, because the team play is not there right now for Flash Gaming.
Not at all. And we've really not seen a lot of buys from them either, and even the buys have been limited by one crux or another.
Yep.
Even this one just CZ's an armor. And while they picked this up prior in the match, it's far less likely with HAVU looking a lot more solid here. Close position from Otto. It's going to be Fancy pushed up as well in main, as he's back in the position we saw Kaze in earlier on this map with the AWP. But CZ's going to be far more lethal at this one. That being said, HAVU bomb taken outside of B, 2 players already in main, and a potential split through the vents as HAVU have been doing time and time again.
That's the plan.
With not much control towards mid, only Fancy playing close.
He's dead now.
Don't fancy their chances. Look at B, it's empty.
Yeah, they even have Molotovs and smokes to get into the B side for free if they wanted to, but it's going to be Lovey, the only player right now holding it. Actually, the timing is really good for him, but Otto will shut him down anyway. They're trying to come down through that CT position. Attacker trying to make the best of it. Won't even get a single frag. Karan ready to take him out. Kase finally getting on the scoreboard here with a Desert Eagle, but at this point, 2v4 post-plan, there's no way.
He almost drops the bomb as well. That's the important thing. If he killed Sergey there, it would have been the bomb drop with 15 seconds left. Of course, they still would have got it, but gets close. And this is something that we saw HAVU do as well. A lot of times they brought these rounds to last-second situations, but up against Renegades, it was actually a lot of the time that they were in positions where they weren't very comfortable. I looked at Overpass mainly, where there were a lot of very late round B executes with 10-15 seconds on the clock because they were uncomfortable. They lost a couple of picks and they were going, oh god, what do we do? Let's set up towards B. There's a player here, we got to clear out short, etc. And then they late round pushed over B, and it cost them a few rounds. But this time Flash aren't punishing it. HAVU are coming down to the wire, but because Flash are stacked up towards A, they're on the wrong side of the map, allowing HAVU to just, we've got 10 seconds left, but we've got B for free. There's no one who can contest. You have CZ. We've got smokes down towards the spawn. It's just good stuff from HAVU, and even though they are coming late in the round, they're winning them. Yeah,
definitely. You can see the money as well. This is such a big advantage, such a big win so far for HAVU. And of course, we saw in the last best of 3 that you should never count out a team. But I kind of feel like it was a bit of a different story. We haven't seen much from Flash so far.
Let's take into account again. Flashback to last night. It was 16-4 to Flash versus VP, and that went to 3 maps with an overtime on map number 2. The VP won. So I'm never counting out anyone.
At this point, we won't be in Sante taking out Kase, and that should be the entry to get them onto that A bomb side. 2 players to watch short. See if they can get anything done as Alexi B's running in. He might grab this free kill onto Summer.
He's stuck on the ladder, and that upsets his spray, though. He loses control of the spray, and he goes down. That's massive. Luckily, the kills will still come in for the HAVU side, so they actually have control of the site. As Luffy begins his rotation back in through the spawn, Cast is tagged up. So if Luffy doesn't get a kill in the next 5 or 10 seconds, Flash should save, but even a save at 11-1.
At this point, it doesn't really matter. You can have all the weapons in the world, but if you can't convert it into rounds, it doesn't really matter in the end. Corin playing the car position very nicely. Could have gone down, but decided to go for a more defensive position early on. This time, no one's going to be peeking in, so he's just trying to see if anyone hides in the smoke, trying to take them out, but that's not the case. And it will be, once again, a HAVU win. 3 weapons, 2 AKs and an AWP, being brought into the next round.
Ooh, Otto, hello. He dropped his gun.
What's going on?
He dropped his gun, and I think the bomb exploded, knocking the AWP away. I didn't see it from his perspective.
Luckily, they have a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't think it's an issue, really. We've got 2 rounds after the half, and Otto's got 16k before the buy.
It's no worries. Yeah, he's loaded. Fine. He's loaded. As we do have another buy coming in here for Flash, but it's kind of hard because usually we have some kind of lifelines. We have maybe some players that individually are trying to make a difference. Maybe some of the players that are trying, they're getting down to 1v1s or 2v2s. We have nothing of the sort so far for Flash Gaming. There's nothing that can tell us that they have a chance of coming back into this game. Look at that, down one player already. Kaza just walks straight into an HE, get taken down to 55 HP. Yeah.
And not only do we usually have a lifeline in the sense that there's a player who steps up or HAVU's economy may be low, so it could be on the tipping point, but usually we have a bit of a buffer. In all the stomps we've seen today, there have been, I think, a max of, or this entire event, there have been a max of like 12-3. So there's actually, well, not a big buffer, there's a buffer. There have been comebacks from 12-3 scorelines all the way to overtimes and even wins. So it shows it's doable. The issue is, Flash physically don't have a buffer. They could lose on the second round of the half at this point.
Yep. Let's have a look how this all pans out. Flash Gaming, yesterday we were talking about they were not just a flash in the pan, but right now it definitely seems like the case. Haven't really shown us much. Double up set up on the CT side, haven't given them much in this round either. Lovey trying to make the difference here in checkers. Just not peeking him just yet. Sergey's just holding the defensive angle. He knows the danger that there could be an AWP here, so he's not peeking too much.
Yeah, set up outside of B though. Alexis B already falling back. Zarte joining him. It's a wide peek from the AWP, but it misses, and a crucial miss as well. Lovey has been continually doing this, and now he's being wrapped both from B main and from the site. It's Sergey to open up, and Lovey dead means Carson needs to rotate in, but I don't think he's even got to kill this map, and it won't change anytime soon. He's dead. Sergey again doubles down with his second kill of the round. Flash left with two members remaining, and once again a 2-on-5, a save from Flash, but as we've said numerous times, you can save what you want, but you don't have any rounds.
It doesn't give you the W in the end. You need those rounds. And yeah, like it of course feels for us like we're repeating ourselves. That's because the game is repeating itself right now. There's nothing new from Flash Game, and that's a problem if you get into a situation like that. You have to reinvent yourself. You have to go further than the current strat you're using or the current setup. You have to shake something up. I have not yet seen them go for like an aggressive 3-player stack towards A main or do something out of the ordinary here. They tried to go for mid control a couple of times, but that's a part of their standard setup, I feel like. So I don't know what they should do here.
Again, HAVU has just been cancelling them out of every single position, right? We talk about the aggression from Kaze up in the name with the AWP. Oh, he hates it. But HAVU have been oh my god. Triple AWP. Just run it. Just
Here we go, boys.
Keep it. It's 13-1. But HAVU have just been cancelling that out. They've been using Molotovs well. They've been using their utility. They've been playing tradable positions. Aside from earlier on where we saw Kaze catch out Otto, that's the only time I've actually seen him get an opening kill. Now, if we think back to the game versus VP, yes, a different scoreline, yes, a different team, but Kaze must have opened up half of the rounds Flash won, at the very least. So let's have a look at Kaze this round. He's got the AWP back, but he's got no armor. Back towards A he goes. I'd like to see some aggression into main, and I'd like to see how HAVU react. There's exactly, they clearly watched the game yesterday. Molotov into main to deny the push. Attacker does go past it, which I don't expect, but it shows that HAVU at least are aware of the potential. Attacker though going big, 2 kills. And while he is traded, it shows HAVU are aware.
Yeah, but also it shows something out of the ordinary. Finally, we see something else happening for Flash Gaming, and Kaze now can take the frag onto also. And this could be like a lifeline. This could be something, some form of potential showing for Flash Gaming.
Maybe a little too late though.
Yeah, we haven't seen much yet, but it's, well, better late than never, I guess.
Indeed it is, but well, it's never for fancy as Sergey catches the boosted position he really shouldn't have, as HAVU now pull it back to a 2-on-3. Back towards A they go, but look at Kaze, he's posted up in main. They should expect this. They should expect this, and that's why they're using flashbangs well. Zarte, a kill with the AWP. Please don't tell me HAVU are going to win this round. As soon as Flash get the chances, they're going to lose out on the site. Look at the bomb site. There's no one there. They're rotating in from behind. Yes, good positions, but Sergey's holding the flank.
Sergey doesn't care.
May not expect Lovey, though. He won't go for the shot, so Sergey definitely doesn't expect Lovey. But if he takes time on this rotation, they're going to start to suspect the back line. They clear out highway. There's no one there. It's going to be a safe plant as well. And Sergey, he's not watching the back just yet, but he turns back around. Good time. He's even got support from the site. The Molotov back towards main will hold off Lovey. If he burns even one shred of damage, Sergey's going to hear it, but the shot gives it away.
Low HP on Sergey, 35. Starte taking a big damage as well, but like look at the utility you use. No one's peeking. They're using the Molotovs to keep him blocked off. Flashbang goes in. This is a chance for Lovey. He does get that first one. The refrag about to come in, but he's shielded by the forklift. Doesn't matter in the end. Starte takes it 14-1. What a dominating performance from HAVU here.
And that last round is just perfect, right? That you would expect in this kind of position, it's 14-1. Sergey just peeks and gets the kill anyway, but he still plays passive towards a forklift. He still doesn't get aggressive, go for that kill. They molly him off. Otto doesn't. Yeah, was it Otto on the site? Doesn't peek. No, Zate, sorry, doesn't peek. They just play safe, play passive, hold on to the bomb site, even though it's 13-1. And that just shows the HAVU is still very methodical despite the extremely dominant scoreline. Yeah. This is the most dominant half we've seen this event.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Also, the way that they've done it as well, like using that utility time and time again just seems to be the difference maker. Apart from, of course, the individual plays. You see, like Karsa on two frags and Lovey on 4 frags. That, of course, tells you a big part of the story. But how HAVU are using that utility advantage that they have had every single round to their advantage. You see, just in the end there, the 2 Molotov blocking him off in main, just thinking about how we can use every single little thing to your advantage. That's so great.
Yeah, and the funniest part about this is when you're bottom player on your team is your second best player on the team who's not even doing badly. He's doing 8 and 4. Yeah. He's not even got many deaths. If you look at his deaths, Otto's comparison with everyone else, it's just he's been getting less contact, less chances to get kills.
He hasn't had an AWP to fight, really.
No, exactly. The economy from Flash has been terrible this entire game. So it's not been an issue for Otto at all. It's just he's not really getting any kills, and that's because everyone else is.
Right, this is interesting. We do see the Molotov flash coming out from Alexi, double flash and kit on Sate, and then, of course, arm on everyone else. Usually we see 1 player going for some utility and maybe a kit. Not 2 players going for utility, so let's see what they're going to do with this. HAVU on the other side of things, we do see the CSET 75 plus smoke for Karse, and smoke Molotov on Karsa for the B execute.
So quick to spot, falls back with information and calls for that rotation, but it's going to be the team flash themselves as they run into the site. It's Otto to start things off. There's still players towards the back of the site and towards the back of Checkers. So a nice B setup from HAVU. It's Otto to grab 2 kills on the back site, and Sergey even on the flank. It's Otto, all Otto this round. We say he wasn't stepping up. He didn't need to, but now he does anyway. 12 kills this map, as he gets 4 in that pistol round. What an insane defense from the back of B.
I would love to see that in a replay, because Otto taking those frags, definitely Flash Gaming should have been able to, just with 2 members, be able to jump in at the same time and get that frag. But somehow, some way, they peek him 1 by 1, but he's so quick on getting those headshots. Absolutely monster performance from Otto. As you see, we finally see him step up. We see that he can actually be at a very, very high level, despite only having 8 frags so far. Gets 4 in this round on 12 in total to 4 deaths. That's a monumental scoreline, such as 15-1 for HAVU right now.
Do you know the funniest part about this, Risk? This only adds to the storyline of us never getting predictions right. But the game's not over. That's what we have to learn, Risk. Yeah. The game's never over till it's over.
The game's never over. I feel like this map is over.
I don't blame you.
It's a best of 3 though. Yeah. Anything can happen. We gotta keep our emotions running. Gotta keep the mood joyful. Gonna believe in Flash Gaming, even though it seems, not really worth it at this point. Fancy trying to get something done here with the Desert Eagle 2v3. Bomb on the back of Lovey.
The issue is a split, right? So Fancy's just trying to fake out A right now. Lovey's gonna walk into B, but even so, even if Zate tries to rotate, Lovey will probably push him before he's actually left the vicinity, so he'll still hear the drop. But let's see. Boost up from Caron, catches it. Lovey actually gets the entry into middle, but he's backed off with the vents, trying to split towards the A site. He knows there's 1 more player here, but Caron, noise being made, as is Lovey. He's on 4 kills currently. Lovey running back, grabs an M4. Footsteps for sure heard. Caron looking for this ace to close out the map, and he'll find it. Great performance from him. Great performance from HAVU. 16-1. And one thing you've got to say is we've got to really thank these guys for keeping the schedule going forward, speeding up our day.
Thank Mr. HAVU.
Yeah, thank Mr. HAVU. We had a best of 3 series that went to double overtime in the final map.
Took 4 hours. 5 hours.
Took 5 hours, actually. And now we just had, what was that, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes? Nice quick game. Thank you, HAVU.
Thank you, Mr. HAVU.
Either way, again, it's Flash. You can't count them out. They proved to be a dominating team up against VP yesterday. Yes, they struggled this map, and that's very weird. But going forward, I don't want to completely count them out of this best of 3 series. No, even though I'm now leaning the way of HAVU, I'm not going to count out Flash.
Of course, we talked about that 2-1 probably going to be the result in the end. But we said that
this was the map for
this is the map that Flash should have gotten. And I was talking about them. Okay, the potential is there for the 2-0 HAVU. I wasn't gonna bank my money, put my money on it. No. But I said if they take cash, yes, then they're gonna get the 2-0.
The scariest part about this, right, is this is like a bad map for HAVU, right? This is alongside Nuke, and worst 3 maps. Cobble obviously being the worst, and then,
and then Nuke
alongside
being the
that, you
second worst,
can Cash being pretty bad as well. So for HAVU to just 16-1 Flash on their best map, because obviously HAVU went for the veto on their worst, their insta-ban, which is Cobble, which they don't touch. So I'd like to turn back to Yanko and say, do you still believe in the map pick? Because I don't think you can really argue.
I think we're going to have the shortest analyst desk segment of all time.
to match with the cast.
Yeah,
of course.
There we go. And we're gonna.
God.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. And with that in mind, we're actually going to go to a small commercial break. A commercial break that might be the same length of the analyst desk segment. Let's wait and see.
Or the match.
CS.Money, a new service for trading your skins. Tired of all the skins piling up in your inventory? With CS.Money, trading got faster and safer than ever. Now you can just sign in to our website, choose the skins from your inventory and those you want to get from a broad variety. Confirm the trade and rejoice in your new skins. CS.Money, the best service for trading your skins.
E-gaming bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans.
Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match.
Daily quests for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.